In this video I'm going to show you how to make Chelsea buns. You're going to start off with your strong white flour, which we need for the gluten content. You're then going to add 3/4 teaspoon of salt to that. Make a well in the centre and add your fast acting yeast, which is our raising agent. We then need to measure out our milk, so about 225 millilitres of milk and about 30 grams of butter. And this is going to be our binding agent. So we're making an enriched yeast dough. So we've got our milk and our butter, which we need to warm through to melt the butter and to just warm the milk so that it's hand hot. We don't want it too hot, otherwise it will end up killing the yeast, and that's not what we want. So this is going to bind our ingredients together in our dough. We also need an egg for our enriched yeast dough because it enriches it by adding extra protein to it, and we need about 40 grams. So that's not quite a whole egg, so you need to weigh it out. So once your milk and butter mixture is hand hot, so it's warm to the touch, add your egg and then a small amount of the milk and butter mixture at a time, and then bring your dough together. This is the process of starting to develop the gluten. So you've got your glutenin and your gliadin that are coming together, and once you've got a sticky dough, you are then going to turn it out onto a floured work surface where you're then going to knead the dough. And the kneading process is where the development of gluten happens. So we added the liquid before and the gluten was developed. We now need to stretch out those springy coils and align them. Once we have kneaded our dough so that it is springy to the touch, we can put it in a clean and greased bowl, which we will then cover with cling film and then leave it till it doubles in size. We then need to prepare our baking tin. So you're just going to get a cake tin and you're going to grease it. You're then going to knock back your dough. So it's proven it's doubled in size, and we're going to knock the carbon dioxide out of it so that it gives us small small bubbles which are uniform in size. You're then going to roll out your dough to a rectangle which is about 1/2 centimetre thick. So we want it so that it's a rectangle so that we can get 9 pieces out of it. You're then going to brush over some melted butter, and then you are going to mix your ground cinnamon with your soft brown sugar and then sprinkle that over your dough along with your dried fruit of your choice. You're then going to roll it up along the long edge of your dough, of your rectangle, and then you are going to divide it into 9 equal pieces. You're then going to arrange your pieces into your baking tin with the cut side up, leaving a bit of space in between because you are going to leave it to prove again, so they will increase in size. So try and make sure that they're all the same size, and then cover it with some greased cling film. Once you've left it for about 20 minutes, you're going to bake it in the oven for about 20 to 25 minutes on gas 5 until it's golden brown. Once it's firm to the touch and golden brown, you are going to make up your glaze. So you need 1½ tablespoons of milk and 1½ tablespoons of caster sugar. And you're just going to heat that and then leave it to simmer for about 2 to 3 minutes to give you that sticky glaze. So you will need to stir it, you need to watch it so that it doesn't stick to the bottom of the pan, and then you're going to brush it over your cinnamon rolls or your Chelsea buns to give it that nice finish, and it just gives it that nice glazed finish and a slight crunch from the icing and finishes them off.